Oof, a dark few days in crypto, guys, and everything's looking a bit red. For some of you, this is an absolute fire sale. For others of you who are seeing your portfolio down after months and months of green, you're feeling pretty sad right now. But in this video, I'm basically going to talk about why everything has dropped, because it's pretty obvious and it actually links back to something that I've been saying in my previous video about being the catalyst for crypto. And I'm also just going to talk about what this means for ICP, where it's kind of going to go from here later in the video, and just give you an all-round picture of basically what is happening right now and what you should be considering doing based on your current position. Anyway, guys, if you had seen my other videos, you would have known about the catalyst for crypto and actually how this is the opposite of that catalyst, which has actually brought the markets down. But if you do like the content, like and subscribe, I really appreciate it. And also, I have a Telegram group that I have created. Literally nothing happening in that at the moment, but the first 100 members will get free access to any pay groups I do in the future. So just join. You probably won't get any spam because, like I said, nothing is happening in there. So ICP, right, and pretty much every other crypto is seeing red other than this one here, Core, just doing absolutely amazing things. But we're not here to talk about Core, guys. We're here to talk about ICP. And in my previous videos, I spoke about the main catalyst for crypto going up, and that is interest rate drops. If you think about where we are right now, a lot of the people who are invested in crypto are smart money. It's the same for the stock market. Everyone who's sort of been investing up till now is just smart money. I mean, the economy hasn't really got better. We kind of thought we we're going to see a soft landing, which potentially we still are. But inflation was still high, interest rates still high. Nothing was really better. Everyone kind of investing up to this point was pretty much just smart money, anticipating the price of crypto going up. The price kept going up, so more people sort of piled in. And obviously we saw the ETF, which drove Bitcoin price much higher than we initially would have expected at this point. So everything kind of grew a lot faster than we expected, and we did expect a drop. And again, I spoke about that on a previous video. I kind of felt that there was a pullback that was due. I didn't expect it to be this big. I kind of predicted around the $17 mark for ICP, but essentially that catalyst for the time being has fallen apart. And think about it this way, right? So a lot of money is locked up at the moment in high interest savings account. So pretty much you or I or anyone can get 5% on our money risk free. If someone has $100 billion and they can get 5% risk free, they're getting $5 billion a year, which is a lot of money. If you've got your £1,000 or whatever and you put it in a 5% interest account, you're getting £50 a year or $50, whichever currency you're using, which is pretty much nothing, right? You could probably buy a few vapes or like half a plane ticket to some nearby country, but you're not really doing a lot for it. So this big money is locked up, and the main catalyst for crypto is interest rates coming down, because then it becomes less favorable for people to hold this money in high interest accounts. So if they keep holding it in there, then the market's not really going to grow, and a lot of people are kind of banking on this growing, right? And you can see in this article here, Crypto Mania, partly due to economic uncertainty and geopolitical concerns, maybe something to do with obviously Israel and Iran just kind of bombing each other, etc. But a lot of it is just most likely due to inflation. So inflation has actually gone up from 3.2% to 3.5%, which we're expecting it to go down. The Fed is not going to reduce these interest rates until they see the CPI data, which is the inflation data, go low enough and consistently keep lowering, so they will reduce interest rates, and then ultimately this money frees up, and that free money will ideally flow into crypto, i.e. through the ETF, and then people like you or I who have money, say in Bitcoin, would then take profits on that Bitcoin, and then we put it into our favorite altcoins to then accelerate our wealth generation. But that has ground to a halt for now, right? So we've seen inflation go up, and the Fed's obviously not going to reduce rates when the inflation is up. And I don't really know what it is, but so yeah, we can see here, you can kiss a June interest rate cut goodbye. Chief financial analyst for bank rate, following the report, blah, blah, blah. So yeah, pretty much US stocks tanked as well. So it's not isolated to crypto. This isn't some bad black swan event. And actually, if we look at this on a grand scheme of things, even for Solana, we're only going back to March levels, which is not a lot really. And Bitcoin, where are we at? We have seen great growth from here. We're even just going back to sort of February levels. So it's not even that bad in that respect, because people still have a lot of faith in this and they're still kind of holding, because those interest rates will come eventually, and if they aren't holding, then they could miss out. But there's obviously a lot of skeptical people, because actually if you look at the last crash in 2021, a lot of it just came from the fact that China was going to ban crypto, and then there was some other like talk about people banning crypto or cracking down on it, and it just completely crashed the market because nobody wants to be left holding the bag. So everyone's sort of on a knife's edge. When Bitcoin gets this almost like triple top, constantly just hitting the same top levels, people just get a bit antsy. They're like, is this the end? I don't want to lose my money. So as soon as a sign of bad news, people start dumping. And then obviously people who have longs or are leverage, they get liquidated, because in crypto, there is more leverage than anywhere else. I don't have data on that, but I know there's a lot of degenerates in crypto, absolutely. So I could pretty much bet my channel, well, I haven't got that many subs, but I could pretty much bet my net worth on the fact that crypto probably has the highest, or close enough, the most leverage in terms of percentage than any other network. So generally speaking, if people have longs up here or they're leveraged massively for it to go up, they get liquidated and then the price just plummets even more. I mean, all we saw is around like 12 or 13% drop. I would expect maybe we could see a bit more of a drop, but if we're looking at ICP, I mean, we've just pretty much erased all of the gains recently. I know I did a video saying it's ICP's time to pump, and I did time that perfectly. I said there was going to be a drop, but I thought it would probably fall around to sort of the 16, 17 level. Didn't expect it this low, but for most, if you are still a believer, because nothing has changed in ICP, right? They're still the most developed project, you can see here. So Internet Computer has overtaken Cardano, etc. as the most developed project in the last 30 days. And this was 2 months ago, so it's still pretty recent, right? So even though the price is going down, ICP, they still have a lot of money to be doing a lot of development. And it depends on what you're in ICP for. If you're looking to make a lot of cash and just quickly, probably not the best project to do that. I still predict around a $50 at the end of this bull run. So from here, you got 4x, which is pretty nice. I mean, it's a safe project. It's not going to go to zero, but if you want to get those much higher returns, you need to be going into very small caps or just complete meme coins. But your downside risk is much, much larger, where I don't think you're going to lose your money ever with ICP. I mean, we're never going to get that down to this 4 level, absolutely, because there is a lot more interest in ICP right now. I mean, in general, if you look at ICP, there is a lot more interest growing, a lot more fanboys coming on to this great network. And if you take a look at that Twitter score, you can just see regularly that their followers are going up. We're gaining another 2,000 here. So there is a lot more interest coming into ICP. So if anything, if you have cash on the sidelines, not financial advice, this is a great time to be buying your favorite coins, whether that is ICP or anything else. I still think you need a diversified portfolio, because ICP is a very, very ambitious project, and they're trying to stay true to that in the sense that they are developing massively. They're reinvesting a lot of money, more than any other project. So the potential is huge. Even if you take the fact of crypto out of this, what they're trying to do is very cool, very ambitious, very novel. It's a whole new thing. So if you believe in that vision regardless, the price shouldn't really matter too much for you. But if you're looking to make the most amount of profits, then this is a great time to buy. If you're still holding, it's best that you still hold. Don't see this as like, oh no, everything's crashing, because we're kind of losing a lot of that sell momentum. We don't really have that much left. There is potential for a bit more of a drawdown, but the crypto market is still very much getting started. Like I say, we haven't seen those interest rate cuts yet. None of the real money has actually become free. Obviously in 2020, we had massive government stimulus. We had pretty much no interest rate. So the only place that people could put their money was into stocks and crypto. But there are still a lot of places for people to put their money, and it's not going to see those interest rates cuts like till later in the year. And even then it could spill into the next year. So I do still predict that this bull market could end around November, December, January. I would be pulling a bit of my cash out by then. But if we start to see massive interest rates cuts, that market could well be extended, because a lot of money is just going to free up, and now with the ETF, that's going to pile into crypto, and naturally as Bitcoin price goes up, so does ICP, and that will keep happening until ICP can really prove that it has something to offer. Obviously it's really building a lot of things, but it's still very new in that aspect. It doesn't really have a lot of dApps that are kind of working well, so it's still got a ways to go. And when it can separate its price from Bitcoin like Solana has, then it's gonna be on an absolute tear, and it could really definitely contend with the likes of Solana and do very well, because I still don't see a lot of amazing things out of Solana. So ICP has a lot in the works, so just hold the space, guys. If you do have cash on the sidelines, pretty great opportunity to get in on a massive fire sale. If you were buying a pair of headphones and they were at a 20% discount, but you really like the headphones, you wouldn't think any less of the headphones, because you'd be like, I get them cheaper now. So don't be deterred from this. If you truly believe in the ICP vision, this is just a great fire sale for you, and you can save some money. But anyway, guys, if you liked the video, like and subscribe. Really appreciate it.